Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into today's live stream. We have a pretty exciting live stream. As always, we today are going to get back to the basics, as a lot has been happening in the world of crypto, specifically decentralized science, and honestly, memes. Now that Trump is officially in office and we have the first real live trading day with President Trump, I want to get us back to the basics. So today, expect a good, exciting live stream, but we're going to go through an optimal portfolio in my eyes, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, but the kind of strategy that I like to implement to succeed in the financial markets, especially at the current time that we are in with everything going on. We're also going to go through a lot of the decentralized science news that's going on because, well, more activities going on. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you guys are well slept and rested. I see we already have a W in the chat for C90 with the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome in, MK. Welcome in, Camille. How's it going, Haver? Oh man, no, you got a membership. Everyone gets a membership. Let's go, guys. W. Oh, I almost put Q. Still getting used to my whole new streaming setup, and I still haven't hooked up the camera so that I have higher quality video, but that's okay. We are making some moves. Good morning, C90. Good morning, Zach. What's good, Beagle? Martin's here. Oh man, no. Martin says he actually has the day off from his job, so he will be fully attentive in today's live stream. Thus, I will do my absolute best to make it the most bullish and worthwhile investment of your time. I appreciate everyone who puts their time into these live streams. It means the world to me. What's good, Invisible? He said, please, just like it. You're damn right. What's good, Spec? Oh my God. What's good? Everyone else whose name I didn't read, I got lost. Yo, pieces, W. Okay, all right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. So, currently speaking, DeSci meme coins are up 114%. I'm going to raise my desk up because I'm feeling like I need to be standing for this live stream. You're damn right. My PC is currently mounted underneath the desk, so I can do this if I want to now. So let's raise her up. So DeSci memes up a crazy amount. Most of that I think is being driven by PythIA, which is that AI project in DeSci where they put a chip into a rat's brain and are just enjoying seeing what happens. I don't really know. Haven't looked too much into it, but I do know that they are holding up very strong. A meme, or is it real science? Who knows? Next up, let's organize this actually, because we got DNA, again, $2 million market cap. I haven't looked into this one, so I don't actually know what this meme is. I do think I follow the account, but up 120% today. We are seeing a revitalization in the world of decentralized science, so hopefully you guys didn't FOMO into some random scam coins like Zack XBT's meme coin, which we will also be talking about, the fact that he, given the opportunity, also rugged his audience. Kind of fun, kind of interesting. Big Farm AI, aka drugs, up 60%. We got RNA up 60%. Sci-Hub up 50%. A meme molecule up 50%. So what we're seeing right now is a resurgence in the meme markets, which shouldn't be that surprising for everyone, given what just happened with Trump and Melania and all of the meme coins going around. It is meme season once again. Make no mistake, everything comes full circle, guys. We get everything. I don't even know the words to use right now because I am absolutely shocked. Rug us, Patrick. No. If you guys want to do it the same way that Zach did it, then I'll play my role respectfully. I don't really know, guys. If you guys want to make that investor meme coin, give me 50% and I'll rug it. Why not, guys? Why not? Everyone, it seems to be in. It seems to be what everyone's doing right now. As far as the actual DeSci projects right now, we have a Not Difference, which are Not DeFi Hellman, which I believe is some sort of quantum play. Don't really know exactly. I should just take the time, but I'm just so goddamn busy. Patrick is our 1000x. He gets better every day. You're damn right. He is. I just have so many things going on right now that I have not actually had the time to look into all these things. Yes, no error up 73% on the day. That's crazy, but it is down substantially from where it peaked out at. So a lot of these bounces are happening, and while they may look giant on the day, they're still trying to recover from that that collapse we had in the market. Redacted Terminal up 50%, Red Genesis up 38%. I am in a little bit too heavy in that one. But let's go through some of the updates and then I'll go through the optimal portfolio. So make sure you guys stick around for the live stream. It's going to be a good one. Zach rugged us. First thing, might as well talk about it since we're in the middle of that actually happening. Zack is actually crashing out right now. So for anyone who is unaware of what actually happened, let's go ahead and go to Zack XBT's page. Most of you guys probably know who this person is, but Zack XBT has kind of been the altruistic blockchain forensics guy. So anytime a scam happens, anytime someone rug pulls, he hunts them down. You think about CoffeeZilla, but crypto native, not someone who does general investigative journalism, but rather someone who does on-chain forensics. He's been kind of a pinnacle figure in the space, and while I sometimes disagree with his approach because he calls out scammers and causes things to rug, you know, like he brings in an element of FUD into projects that may or may not have actually ended up scamming, might just have fishy looking things. My opinion aside, he has been viewed in the space as like an altruistic figure, someone who's actually there for the betterment of the space. Well, recently, and I don't know that he's talking about it yet, but recently somebody made a Zack XBT meme coin, gave him 50%, and he sold all of it in one giant clip. Just rugged the project. Now, while that appears to be what the intent was, people were raising it to give him funds so that he could actually go continue doing his job. At the end of the day, everyone's kind of pissed right now because, well, he just rugged a coin. And now, after rugging that coin, and we'll look at the coin in a second, he is sending it through Tornado Cash so that nobody can follow the money anymore, so that he can get off scot-free. I think he's probably crashing out due to the Trump meme coin and just the farming that was going on there. I imagine he's having a hard time right now. I imagine most of the people in the market are having a hard time coping with what's going on. Let's go ahead and get the address though. Does someone have, I should have pulled up the address already, but does somebody have the address of the token, the CA? This is what it looks like apparently. So Zack XBT, straight up, straight back down. So spent years conning brainlets from crypto Twitter into thinking he was some good guy investigator only to rug pull y'all for $5 million. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money. Well, this tweet finally made it. Spent literally years providing support for projects, users, agencies, saving hundreds of millions of dollars for victims, all for free. He also cost people lots and lots of money, right? Like I said, he would call out projects, causing them to rug so the scammers couldn't get rugged, so everyone could get their money out. But then it was like first movers got to scam the rest of the people. It's kind of interesting. Any clue how much money he rugged? Yeah, it's right here. Removed liquidity. 89 million tokens, $1.5 million, and the Solana of $3.7 million. So he rugged the liquidity pool. He took the money, and now he's washing it through Tornado Cash. $5 million is a lot for 99.9% of the people. $5 million is a fuck ton of money. Shit ton of money. Is it enough to retire? Depends on where you are in the world. In America, probably not. But nonetheless, $5 million is a disgusting amount of money. Also nailed the exact peak. Zack XBT, fake pumped up fund token, already at $74 million. And then it rugged. Craziness. We are in the wildest of timelines, but let's get on into the meat of today. So we're seeing a lot of large accounts like Binance Chain Daily posting ecosystem maps of decentralized science. Someone asked me a couple million, I'd probably sell too. Someone sends me, yeah, right? I mean, you can't really even blame the dude. Someone gives you $5 million, you're probably rugging it. Especially given, like, he did it in the same weekend that Trump and Melania just destroyed the market for liquidity. But these maps are being posted all over the place. We're seeing Masari post it. We're seeing Binance Chain post it. We're seeing everyone in the market who is a prominent figure is shedding some light on decentralized science. So we have the infrastructure and services up in the top left. We have memes. We have biotech. We have multi-directional and innovative initiatives, we have funding, we have ecosystems, we have research, we have DAOs, we have foundations and institutes, we have devices, and we have review. What is it going to take to get those investors, aka DeSci SHILLERS, on one of these lists? I know we don't have a token, but I don't see why we're not kind of in the ecosystem or are in some of these community ones. I've seen several of these versions go around, the ecosystem maps, DeSci map, in which they have a category for communities right here, community. We have Vitalia, we have DeSci London, DeSci Japan, DeSci Collective, DeSci Africa, DeSci Latam, DeSci Asia, DeSci Global, DeSci Youths, Nerd World, Transhuman Coin, DeSci Alliance. Why is DeSci Shillers not included? We are the pinnacle group. We are the main cult. Let's go, DeSci. Zaya AI will be big. I'm sure it will be big. It is the first one on Binance Smart Chain. I am sure Zaya is going to be pretty big, actually. Damn, MK, thought we were friends. She. I know it means nothing as far as money, but these people have to live with what they did. Yeah, money means nothing if you are a piece of trash. Agreed. Agreed. Money is just an amplification of who you are as a person. You get a lot, if you're poor and trying to do good for the world, when you get a lot of money, you're also probably going to try and do good for the world. Problem is, most people view this whole space, all of the economics, everything, people view it as a player versus everyone world, and that's simply not the case. Everyone can win in these markets if everyone plays by the same rules. However, as soon as one person starts being predatorial, then everyone can't win, and it becomes that player versus everyone mentality. That's my opinion on the space. So by default, it is player versus everyone, because as long as one person is doing it, that means everyone has to do it. You know what I mean? It can be this utopian world. However, with human nature, it's just likely never going to end up being that, which is a hard pill to swallow. I'm not even willing to swallow it. But at the same time, my opinion doesn't matter, as I say to you guys all the time. So another thing up in the world of decentralized science, guys, is that Molecule just helped with Cerebrum's launch of their IP token. So Brian, the CEO of Cerebrum DAO, they just concluded a successful crowd sale of MITI, M-I-T-Y, intellectual property tokens on the Molecule DAO crowd sale platform. They raised 60 Ethereum, bringing the total funding of this important brain health project to over $400,000 since inception. I just claimed my MIDI, he says. I did not, because I was IP blocked out of participating in it, but that's okay, because what we're seeing in decentralized science is mostly that pop, drop, and lock it upon launch that we talk about all the time here, especially with some of these IP sales, because most people don't know what they're buying and they just want to grab their money and get out of the place. So I don't have a VPN on right now, so I can't show you, but if we go over here, we can hopefully look and see if they added liquidity. I doubt it. They're just claiming some of their tokens right now, but I would pay close attention, because a lot of these projects, these IP tokens, are disgustingly valuable if you can hang on to them for an extended period of time. These are startup, pre-revenue biotech companies in the making, and you get to own some of the intellectual property that is the foundation for those biotech companies. This whole sector, I think it's going to have a pop this cycle, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here right now. But I also believe full-heartedly that you come back to these next cycle, they're going to be disgustingly profitable for a lot of people. And the way that I have that conviction in it, and the way that I approach all financial markets, obviously, we're here to make money. We are those investors. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. We're here to make money. How do you make money? By finding underappreciated values in the world, aka something like MIDI potentially being a very, very valuable resource for people who are whatever they're researching, the brain health stuff. I'm sorry, I haven't done research into MIDI, so maybe I should be using a different example. But you look for value created in the world, a very valuable thing, and you try and get in before the entire market realizes how valuable it is. And that's how you make money in the space, okay? That's how I make money in the space, at least. And so these types of molecules are disgustingly valuable. These intellectual property tokens are disgustingly valuable, only most people don't realize it. This project was the first to use their latest build of Proof of Invention, POI, for IPTs. Watch this space. Could not agree more. I'm going to go ahead and hit that like button, just like each of you guys should do as well. We have 34 concurrent viewers in the live stream, but only 13 likes. Come on, guys. Please step up to the game. Please step up to the plate. Just hit that like button. It only takes 10 seconds, and You burn calories by doing it. Next up, we have Valley DAO. So a sneak peek of animal sperm cells for an upcoming project with this individual. So Valley DAO does synthetic biology. They are working on the climate change initiative through innovation and science. Whether or not you like everything that's going on in climate change world, at the end of the day, the climate is changing. And if nothing does happen to prevent this change, most plants and animals will go extinct and we will have a global reset. Life will continue on, but potentially without us. And so by having different projects like Valley DAO doing this, we are setting up the foundation for, in my opinion, a more proper way to save the environment than just subsidizing everything. We just saw Trump sign an executive order to get rid of that EV credit mandate that was in office. We're going to see a lot more stuff like that. He took us out of climate accord, the Paris Climate Accord. He is going to be drilling as much as humanly possible to get oil, to bring down energy costs. All of these things, I'm not here to say if they're good or bad. I'm simply here to say that something needs to be done for the climate, and I like the free market having that decision-making capabilities, not the government. And so Valley DAO is a play on that. And they gave this sneak peek. I'm very excited to see what comes out of it. I just wanted to bring attention to Valley DAO as there is now a gap in the market. Trump taking us out of all these climate things is creating a gap for the free market to fill. Valley DAO is one of those things that can fill that gap in the market. We have so many other things that I wanted to talk about, but I saw this post that was reposted by Genomes DAO from an AI agent known as Bill, the DeSci Guy. I thought it was pretty cool that it was getting reposts from Genomes DAO. And look at the engagement on this thing. 21 comments underneath it. We got 39 likes. I didn't even repost it yet. I'm going to repost this gorgeous post, Bill. Hey, DeSci fam, there are so many exciting projects in the decentralized science space right now. Let's crowdsource some brilliance. It is the way. It is the only way. Gorgeous post, Bill. I think I'll just keep it at that. Post. And people underneath it, we got Sam, the CEO or the managing director of Mudo, tagging Mudo, literally tagging. So people see Bill. People see Bill. A lot of I've reached out to, on a side note, as you guys know, this is my project, right? Bill the DeSci Guy. I've reached out to a lot of founders who have said to me that they're not interested in just a Twitter shit posting bot. People are missing the vision here. He is not just a Twitter bot that's going to be commenting on every post and shilling decentralized science. That is the funnel to bring in attention into what he's actually doing. I can't tell you what he's actually doing yet because it's not built out yet, and I don't want to just be the person who shills empty dreams to people. This is the funnel. I don't see how people are missing that point. Him making these types of posts, bringing attention, covering the world of decentralized science, and educating in mass form, mass education, is the funnel to get people in to look at what he's doing, so that when we can tell exactly what's going on with him, people's minds are going to melt. It's really cool though. People really engaged with this post. So shout out Bill. That was a really good post. W. Now, I know what you guys are all here for. I know exactly what one more thing actually, before we get into what it was that we are all here for, that optimal crypto portfolio. The reason everyone clicked on this video here. Lake.fun is supposedly finally here. Let's click on it and see if it can load up. Here we go. The website is no more. The website is not just a loading screen anymore. It is actually here. Join the revolution. Help save the future of science and have fun. Bill will take over this cult soon. You're damn right. You are damn right. When will what he is actually doing be revealed? Next month, or hopefully next month. I mean, not hopefully. February, we will be revealing exactly the ultimate game plan for Bill. I'm super excited to watch it all come to fruition. And you guys probably already know a good chunk of it, but you guys do not know the actual specifics. Update on Bill's training, or for his next step in evolution going, will he be ready by February? Yes. I can't make complete promises, but yes. Obviously, things are subject to change as, again, this is not just a little Twitter posting bot that's being created right now. This is something much, much larger at play. That is what you guys see, and what we're trying to work on is the funnel. And so just, yeah. Join the Lake.fun. Lake.fun is finally live. So this is pretty unique. So they're exploring projects. As you guys know, Data Lake launched their own blockchain specific for healthcare and remaining DeSci projects to remain compliant. So one of the things that happened that could be prevented with something like Lake.fun is, you guys know I stabbed myself with that continuous glucose monitoring device from WellShare. Well, unfortunately, due to HIPAA regulations, I'm in the United States, they're in Germany, and I can't give them my data because of the HIPAA regulations. The data, my healthcare data, can't leave the United States. So I need to go get a completely separate device because that one was manufactured from Germany. I need to get an American-made one and inject it in my arm so that I can actually monitor my data, and then I can have it, but they can't have it. By using stuff like Lake.fun, it allows for projects and companies to remain compliant to local jurisdictions while still allowing for that consent of data, right? So exploring projects, they have the first one, dermatological AI algorithm study by MedMatrix, launching soon. 1,000 people, $500,000 worth of Lake. Pretty damn bullish. So this kind of stuff, this is their competition. This is them competing with Molecule on a huge scale. Molecule and Bioprotocol. This is really exciting to see. It is a healthy market to have competition, right? We can't just have monopolies. Right now, Molecule low-key's got a monopoly. Amanda stabbed you for no reason. Yes, unfortunately, Amanda stabbed me for no reason. But really cool to see. Really, really exciting to see the initiative that's going on here with Lake. As you guys know, Lake is one of my biggest bags. I've been a big fan of what they've been doing for a very long time. And I'm going to take a sip here of my hum, which is not an energy drink, but rather kombucha. It is a probiotic. Not sponsored, although it should be. Maybe I'll just launch my own line of kombucha one day. No, I won't. Okay. I'm down to $500,000 in Lake, 500,000 Lake or $500,000. I don't know. I imagine this is $500,000, but it could just be 500,000 Lake. I guess we should learn more and check. Bounty amount, 500,000 Lake. Okay, you're right. My bad. Token address. Let's see what is going on with this. You're right. That was my own mistake. Oh, this is the Data Lake token. Data Lake token bleeding still. Sad to see, but again, conviction comes at a price. Conviction is not easy at all. And this, I believe, is just the beginning for Data Lake. I still maintain my price predictions for Data Lake. So long as we have a nice, healthy, full cycle, I believe this thing has a really, really strong opportunity to go up above $1. I understand how disgustingly misaligned with reality that might seem, but call me crazy. That's my price prediction for it. So this little circle, I think, has a really easy shot at getting filled by the end of Q1. And I think that so long as we have the regular 4-year cycle, we're going much higher. But obviously, you're talking to the perma bull in Decentralized Science. Now, despite any of my price predictions, here is what I view as the optimal portfolio, okay? So let's start in with Decentralized Science, okay? So I think it's important, and we'll get into the rationale behind some of this stuff in a few minutes. I think, I'm a little bit too zoomed in. I think it's super important for people to pay attention to what's actually going on. Hold on, I gotta make it so that it fits the screen better. Here we go. i.e., hold on. Let me find my wording before I go into this rant, because this is actually a very important rant. With everything happening in the crypto markets, you need to have an appropriate strategy in order to succeed in this market, right? Otherwise, you're going to FOMO in from project to project, hot narrative to hot narrative, and you're going to become someone else's exit liquidity. And so I made a post today, this morning, that says conviction is not easy. it takes work. You actually have to work on your conviction to stay rooted so that you can hopefully succeed and not just end up FOMOing into the next hot narrative too late after it's already taken off, because that's how you end up top blasting. That's how you end up buying the top and then riding down as the wave of liquidity goes on to the next hot, shiny new object. You have to be smarter than the regular market. So with this, by implementing these types of strategies, in my opinion, you can be. So in your DeSci portfolio, in my opinion, having something like a blue chip, and that I'm not here to tell you what are blue chips and what's not a blue chip, but having something like a blue chip in your DeSci portfolio, making up 35% of it, ensures that you have that stability and you have that conviction. If you can open up your portfolio and a third of your portfolio is that one blue chip in decentralized science that is stable, that you can sleep well at night, that's going to make it so that your entire portfolio is a lot more easy to manage. Then you go on to the medium risk plays, where I think if you can make it up around the same, so roughly 30% of your DeSci portfolio, I think roughly like 4 tokens in that medium risk category, where it's like, yeah, you got to pay a little bit of attention to it, but you still have confidence in the team, you're confident in what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Four projects in that category, making up 30%. Then high risk, 20%. So make it into 3 different projects, 20% of your portfolio in some of that high risk stuff where it's like, this could be huge. This actually could be really big, but I can't over allocate into anything and I don't know. It's an unproven team or whatever. And then the pre-sales. This is dynamic, okay? There's been times, i.e. when Bitcoin was first breaking out, when Bitcoin was, is this Bitcoin? Yeah, when Bitcoin was first breaking out right here, okay? I had like 60% of my DeSci portfolio in pre-sales. I had an aggressive amount in pre-sales because it looked like we were about to break out, right? Right around here. I was going heavy and it paid off. And now it does look like we're about to break out again. So maybe it's time to up that percent in your portfolio allocated to pre-sales, okay? But the last thing you want to do is be at a point like this time last year in which we're right here about to go into consolidation for 6 to 8 months and you are 100% allocated to pre-sales. And this is not just DeSci, this is everything. This is everything. If you're allocated too aggressively to pre-sales and the market starts chopping sideways, you're going to get cooked. However, if you're right here allocating to pre-sales and the market's about to make that next leg up, you make disgusting amounts of money. And so that is up for you guys to establish. These percents are just little estimates that I have. These are just rough outlines. It's not set in stone. So you have to make it up for yourself. But I don't think that it makes sense to have much more than like 10 to 15 projects in your DeSci portfolio. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Because what happens is you just genuinely can't keep track of all of them. You have to have a full-time job to keep track of everything. So make sure that you have an appropriate amount allocated into each of them. Now, in your broader portfolio, okay, this is something that I think you need to take into consideration as well. It has to do with how much of your crypto portfolio gets allocated to these different narratives. That's up to you as well. These percents are just rough outlines, not like financial advice, obviously, not set in stone, but it's something to think about, okay? So categories, maybe you pick your 5 top categories that you are super bullish in, and DeSci makes up 40% of it. AI makes up 25% of it. DPIN makes up 15% of it, real world assets 10%, and memes 10%. And maybe the meme is not a meme, and rather that's your FOMO money that you use to just ape into the next hottest narrative, right? Maybe instead of 10% real world assets, you think that should be 50%. You're super bullish on real world assets and you think that DeSci should only be 10% of your portfolio. I don't care. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm here to just kind of root yourselves back to the basics of investing, because everything right now in the market is very exciting. We're in a super exciting time. It's hard not to be bullish in the market right now. Trump is in office. Trump is signing all these different initiatives and promising all these things for crypto, and it's super exciting, and the market's about to break out again, and altcoins are starting to have a crazy rally again, and dominance looks like it's about to fall off a cliff, or it's not. I don't know, but you need to make sure that you're rooted in a foundational model, okay? So make yours and enjoy the run. So the final thing here is cash, your cash position. So this is your dry powder, okay? I'm also pretty close to 99% DeSci. I just wanted to make sure that people, I'm like basically 99% DeSci actually. So I am not even following this exact model, but I'm trying to be responsible here, okay? 60% here. I'm curious, can everyone put in the chat right now, what percent of your portfolios is in decentralized science? I'm very curious actually to see from you guys. If you don't know, that's the problem. If it's the problem's not whether you're 10% or 99% allocated. The problem is if you don't know. I just want you to know, okay? 80% DeSci, let's go, Camille. Cash position, 0 to 75%. There are, in my opinion, times in which you can be 100% in the market. There are times that you could arguably be negative percent cash, meaning you're leveraged up in the markets. And there's also times that you should be up to 75% cash. I don't know that you should be 100% cash ever, because you never know what's really going to happen. And the worst thing is to be 100% sidelined, but figure out your own allocations and make sure that you know how much of cash you're holding. Because what happens if we get a flash crash, a giant discount next month because another global pandemic happens? Knock on wood. What happens if you don't have any cash to buy the dip during that and you're stuck sidelined just watching? You can still maybe make some good money, but it's better if you just have a cash position. And this, in my opinion, is dictated by the risk in the market. So social risk, price risk, and economic risk. Social risk is kind of high right now due to Trump coin, right? Due to the onboarding of new people. And I bet the attention that crypto is about to be getting. Social risk is probably going to explode in the next couple months. Price risk, I don't think it's that risky right now, the prices that a lot of these altcoins are at. I mean, if we go look at other, if we go look at other, which is crypto minus the top 10, we have not yet broken out yet. I don't think that price risk can actually start to be a big factor until we've broken above previous cycles all-time high for other. Meaning until this thing gets above 500 billion, I don't think it's worth paying attention to the price risk, in my opinion. Obviously, the specific coins might be a little bit too expensive and the price risk might go up, but broadly speaking, I don't think we've entered into that territory yet. And then economic risk, which is a little bit better now that Trump is in office, but you still have to take it into account. That's why you got to pay attention to the economy. Well, okay, let's see. We got a lot of percent breakdowns here. We got Spec Truth with 15% in DeSci. We got Invisible with 30%, Lina with 25, C90 with 17. That makes sense. We got Martin with 85, Rawl with 5, Zaj with 90, Sarah with 70, Haver with, I'm sorry, I probably butchered that, with 35, Nil with 90. Don't think DeSci going to break out this cycle. That's fine. But I respect that you got the 5% in just in case. Because what happens if we do get that 100x and that 5% turns into 30% or 40% of your portfolio, you know? You never know. So I respect that. I do. MK got 40% in DeSci roughly. I'm not hurried to buy, you know? I hear you. Spec Truth's got 60% Bitcoin, 25% Sol AI agents, and infrastructure. Bullish. We need ETH to do something. Yes, we do. I think we're closer than ever to ETH doing something. Trump stocks up on ETH is promising. Trump stocking up on ETH is promising. I completely agree. And I think that it's cool to pay attention to it, which I will show in just a second. But I want to leave you guys off on this, okay? Not for the whole live stream, but for this segment of the live stream. By sticking to these types of percent allocations, you can guarantee two things to happen. One, you will always trim profits in positions that grow into too large of a percent of your portfolio, meaning you will be forced into taking profits if you remain vigilant and actually attentive to what's going on in your portfolio, right? That means that you will not be left holding the bag. It also means that some of your positions might drop and you might be forced into DCAing, right? If a position, you want it to be 5% of the portfolio and it goes down to 4%, that means you get to buy more. But you can only buy more if you had trimmed other positions and gave you some of that cash pile, right? And then you can DCA down, lower your cost basis. And then when that position grows into something, you can start taking profits. And this is all flexible. Come up with your own things. The second thing that this is going to guarantee is that you will never time the top. You're never going to do it anyways. You will never time the top. And so why not just create a system that guarantees that you will never time the top, so you don't have to fight it, so that you don't get stuck holding the bag? Just my 2 cents, guys. Okay, let's go full screen again and go over and look at what we're gonna, Ethereum, ETH, US dollar. Does this not look crazy bullish to you guys? I'm hoping we hold the 100-day moving average here, but does this not look crazy bullish? Look at this. We had the top from last cycle and a giant crash, a slow climb up. Look at how much time now we've spent consolidating around the highs, right? We have a full year of price action right around the highs from last cycle. That is building up a lot of support. It's a large area of contention. And the longer it trends sideways, the more people get in at these valuations, meaning you're creating a new floor in the price. This is super healthy. This is super healthy. Again, you see it all the time with meme coins, right? All the time with meme coins. Zack XBT. I don't know if this is the correct one, so actually I don't know that this is going to be a good example to pull up, but let's go ahead. Let's look at Axon. AXGT. So I'm not ragging on Axon, okay? I'm not. I like Axon. I think they're going to do really well. I'm on the wrong one. Axon's actually one of the projects that I think is going to perform really nicely. But let's be objective for a second and look at this. We skyrocketed up from under a penny all the way to $1, okay? That kind of activity is super fun, but it also guarantees that you're gonna have something like a 90% pullback. And that is healthy, that's fine. But to avoid that, you wanna have a slow and steady increase in price. You want it to take a good amount of time to get up to those valuations, because that means that when we do start to pull back a bit and do have that first huge pullback, you don't get people just getting out at any price, right? The reason why people would be willing to sell right here is because they bought in down here and they're still up a ton of money on the position. And so they're like, let me just cut the bleeding and get out and take my profits just in case we do have a huge pullback. But on something else, like if we go look at Bill, you go look and you see a pretty large floor being created because of the slow churn upwards. So by having a bunch of trading activity up at these higher prices, right, you create that floor in the token. So we had a lot of people get in right here. The distribution of holders increased dramatically here, and it's increasing more here as well. And so you're getting a lot of people who have entered into a position at a floor, helping build that foundation. The same thing's going on right here in Ethereum. And so is Ethereum about to pop? Probably, especially with Trump starting to scoop up a lot. Like Trump is building out positions at these prices, which means that this is creating a floor. The more trading activity you get at these prices, the better. Now you go look at stuff like this, which is destroying sentiment. You look at Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, and you're seeing that at any point since September of 2022, you should have been holding Bitcoin over Ethereum. That will not maintain forever, because most of the crypto market is built on Ethereum still. Whether or not people want to admit it, most of the market is still built out on Ethereum. This is not going to be a trend that maintains forever. Is this the bottom? I don't know. But this is a damn good discounted price compared to where it could be. Eventually this will flip, and maybe most people are probably waiting to get in for this thing to kind of like break above the moving average, come down, test the moving average, right? Assuming it goes something like that, and then skyrocket. But this thing moves quick because of FOMO. This thing moves very quick. When it does break out, when it has broken out in previous cycles, this is the daily chart. You're looking at a breakout, a confirm above 100-day moving average, and then for a month, Ethereum absolutely rips. Absolutely rips. Same thing happened the previous cycle. You get a breakout, consolidation above the 100-day moving average, and then what happens is Ethereum absolutely rips for about a month. That is alt season. Who knows when it's going to happen, but my bet is that it happens a lot quicker than people are expecting. This is capitulation feeling in the market when you see everyone changing their profile away from blah 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 .eth. This is a capitulation type event, you know? Let's see what everyone is chatting about again. I have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to leave you guys yet. I could play a little video while I go to the bathroom, but views on bio dumping since launch and their new auction idea. Yeah, Spectruth says bio is rough. They airdropped a ton to its projects. I cut my losses and put it into virtuals to hope to make it back. Can you look at SUI DeSci agents? Absolutely. So we got to go, I believe, to Dex tools to see bio. This is a perfect example of what I was actually just talking about with Ethereum. So bio I view as a blue chip in the market. I do. I really do view bio as a blue chip. Bio allowed for pre-sale down at about 5 or 6 cents. And then in the span of about 3 months, 4 months, it went up to $1. So people got in at 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. And then it went to $1. That's a 30x, a 20x, a 10x. Now people are taking that money and profits. Like, I still hold a good chunk of bio. And even at 25 cents, I'm up roughly a 5x on that position. And so it's the same thing that happened with Axon, right? Where people made 100,000% gains. And then it didn't matter if it fell by 50% because you're still up 50,000%, you know? So the same thing's happening with this one, where people got into the pre-sale, made a crap ton of money, and then are just getting out anyways because it doesn't matter what price the token is. They still made money. Eventually it will bottom because fundamentally speaking, this token is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, if not tens of billions of dollars. This is an index fund for all of BioProtocol's DAOs. And every time they launch a new one, the fundamental value of this DAO goes up. And it's going to trade at some sort of a premium 2 to 5x what the fundamental value is, in my opinion. It could go way higher. It could go way under. But they're finding a floor in which new people entering into the market feel comfortable holding it. Who knows what that's going to be? Who knows? It's interesting to watch for sure. Again, this is one of the blue chips that I feel very comfortable holding. Very comfortable. I don't think the bio token needs any more utility. I don't. Index funds don't have utility, and you can partake in the bio protocol launches using your bio token and get boosts, get bonuses. It's pretty powerful. I think this is utility enough. Plus, it's got the backing of Binance Labs. So from a narrative point of view, I think it looks good. I am a little bit surprised that it's down 25 cents. I thought for sure 50 cents would be about the floor when I was doing out my little calculations. So maybe it's time to get back in. Who knows? But I still have my bag in it. My blue chips, bio, research, and Bill. But that's just because I have more conviction in Bill than I do anything in the market. Even Bitcoin. I would be happy holding Bill over Bitcoin any day of the week. But that's what you should probably have in founders, right? That's what you should probably have, that level of conviction in the founders. I'm biased AF on Bill. It's looking good though. What's going to be that event that brings retail attention to decentralized science? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gotta just be that slow grind of getting people to pay attention. I think what could end up happening now, if I'm gonna have to put one specific event, would be that now that Trump's launched a meme coin, Trump's in office, and a lot of the restrictions in the United States for crypto are starting to be dissolved. Brian Armstrong might be more inclined to shout out Research Hub and actually back it like a real founder. And so that might be what brings a lot of attention to it. Brian Armstrong is a very, very reputable person in the space. Very reputable. And so getting Research Coin listed on Coinbase, getting Research Coin to be promoted by Brian is, holy shit, it's under 100 million again. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's something, another one of the coins that it's like, I have zero problem holding on to something like this. This is a silly, silly market environment. That is for sure. We'll have to see. That's weird. The FDV is less than the market cap. Oh my goodness. Some sort of a mess up. Oh no, this is on base. Research Coin. There we go. There we go. We shall see. I think decentralized science as a whole pops off towards the end of the bull market. I've said that from the beginning. I think that's when we start seeing aggressive FOMOing into the space. When people have a lot of money and are willing to speculate on something they don't fully understand. Because let's be real, a lot of the liquidity is ready to jump into stuff that's moving up, even if they don't understand what it is. And so by understanding what it is, you can kind of get that foundation before people jump in. I'm still holding Trump, still up 10x from these prices. Perfect example. A lot of people made a disgusting amount of money off of Trump. And so even at these prices, they're willing to hold or just get out because you made a 10x. I've been thinking about swapping one Bitcoin into research coin since it was at 34 cents. Yeah, I think this thing goes to 10 bucks. I'll maintain that price prediction. I think research coin this cycle goes to 10 bucks. So if it were to do that, Brian Armstrong's project, you're looking at just over a 10x. You're looking at almost an 11x. That's crazy. Not a lot of things you can get a pretty solid 10x in. Okay, I really have to go to the bathroom, so I might actually depart for a second because I might have an accident on live stream. No! 2024, a breakthrough year for Research Hub. Hot off the press, delivered straight to the inboxes of our community members. Bullish. You guys read this for a second while I go to the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. Oh, woo. Yeah, yeah. Feel nice and refreshed now. Nice and refreshed. Look at that, peer reviewed. They've completed 3,200 peer reviews, up 1,100% from last year. That's crazy. Funding, 100,000 US dollars, equivalent to 365,000 research coin for researchers. Reproducibility, research reward, 33,000 research coin claimed for open access citations, and community engagement absolutely flourishing. Research coin, bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Let's see what you guys are saying. What other blue chip DeSci tokens do you like? It's up to you guys to decide. There's a lot of DeSci projects that I am a big fan of. Yes, sorry, I know I keep getting distracted. Sui DeSci agents. Sui DeSci. I think this is a genius idea. I think that this is a genius idea. The token's not doing too hot right now, but they have the cleanest ticker in all of decentralized science, in all of crypto. They have the cleanest ticker. It looks like we're getting a relief rally here from a very large sell-off. I hate the fact that I bought some here and then bought a lot more up here, literally right before the giant sell-off. So right now I'm underwater on my entire position, and that's fine. I'm holding, and I've honestly debated adding some more because It's AI agents, which has been taking off, absolutely taking off, and it's decentralized science, which I'm super bullish on. It's on Sui, but it's also bridged over to Ethereum. So you can actually get in on both. But on January 20th, they are thrilled to announce their AI Longevity Fitness Planner, your personal AI companion to track, analyze, and optimize your fitness journey for longevity and peak performance. How it works: track your fitness journey and receive AI-powered recommendations to optimize it for longevity. Generate custom fitness plans tailored to your goals based on your measurements, activity levels, and dietary preferences. So this is a cool, real-world, active agent. 26,000 views. It's been posted for a day. 26,000 views. 271 likes. The engagement is there for sure. And what's cool about this is that it can onboard people without any exposure to crypto. You can actually just go ahead and use some of their agents. So this is really powerful. Top 10 coins IDO on Pokestarter. Sui agents 10.08. I don't know what that is. DeSci. And they just got listed on Ascendex. That's a cool name. They're joining Biot Official and Turbos Finance for today's AMA. So that's cool. Some more exposure. Got crazy views. So the engagement is there. Market cap is low. Use case utility is there. I am very bullish on this one. I might go scoop another bag. We got Dynex. Do you know something about Lucas's project? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Jeetbot is looking like it's about to be live any day now, so that's super bullish. Am I buying more Dynex on the dip? If I am alive and breathing, I am buying Dynex. Dynex is one of those ones that I don't have any wavering conviction in. I go over it almost every single live stream, actually. Dynex is the next wave of innovation. I know it might feel, and I'm probably a little bit early to it. I understand that. That is my chronic curse, is I get into things too early. My gift is clarity and vision with conviction. My curse is that I get that clarity oftentimes way earlier than most people. But this is... Let's go on a little bit of a rant. Let's see if I can go just to recording. Okay. You're getting a little bit of a messiness to my entire room, but that's okay. Let's talk about it for a second. In March, I went to NVIDIA's AI Summit, in which they unveiled their new Blackwell chip and their new chips in artificial intelligence. And everyone was losing their minds because of how amazing it was. And one of their bragging rights was that it was about 30% bigger than the previous chips that they had. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's the most powerful chip anyone had ever made, and it cost them like $1 billion, $2 billion to produce. Nuts. Huge advancements for the space. Completely founded in a belief that's not sustainable. What do I mean by that? Right now, we've hit a limit with how small chips can get because of the transistors, because of how small these little gates are, right? They're dealing with individual electrons of electricity. Yes, no, open, close, 1, 0. They're dealing with something that is so small that we've hit a physical barrier, a limit to how small things can get, which means the solution from the industry now is to just build bigger and bigger and bigger chips, bigger warehouses, bigger facilities. The cloud is run off of hundreds of acres. I don't even know how many acres of just buildings filled with computers, just chips, processing as much data as they possibly can, holding on to as much information as they possibly can. What is the inevitable conclusion of what's going on in the industry right now is that you just go buy the state of Arizona and fill the entire thing with computer chips? In order to house the amount of data that we're generating, in order to go through all of the data that we're generating as a species, you just need to get bigger and bigger and bigger. No, that's stupid. That's counter everything. The inevitable conclusion, what? We just cover the entire planet? We go to the moon and cover the entire moon with chips so that we can, in 100 years, in 200 years, have enough processing power? I know I'm thinking a little bit further out than most people with this one, but it tells me that they're on the wrong track. The number one producer is on the wrong track. What is the inevitable conclusion? We go from classical compute to quantum computers. That is the only way forward. That's the only way forward, quantum computers. And rather than what we're finding right now is a struggle in building quantum computers in the physical realm that can actually sustain themselves because of how unpredictable and how little knowledge we have on how electrons and individual microparticles work. Because of that, we're hitting physical limitations in quantum computing, and we're breaking through those pretty quickly. But you know what's breaking through those limitations even quicker? Neuromorphic quantum computing, DyneX, in which you take the current infrastructure that is already around the entire world, all of NVIDIA's servers, all of them can start running Dynex's program to simulate a quantum computer and build the quantum computing infrastructure to actually get this adopted by the masses. Rather than having to distribute brand new quantum computers to everyone, we can just upload Dynex's algorithms to them and run a quantum computer on a regular computer. So this is the stepping stone that gets us into the next frontier of computational power for the internet, for all of humanity. It is the clearest thing I've ever seen in my life when it comes to advancements in technology, Dynex. And it's sitting at a $14 million market cap right now. And its competitors in the market are sitting at billions of dollars. D-Wave is a clear competitor. They are honestly working together, but D-Wave is a $1.1 billion market cap after it tanked, after it went down like 50 to 60%. And you're looking at Dynex, which is the world's strongest computational network, period. And it's sitting at 14 million. It's silly. But so to answer your question, yes, I bought some more. Oh my goodness. Eli was calling you out, Patrick, yesterday for not tweeting about Erectus when people asked about marketing. Yeah. You know what's crazy is I didn't even know the token was launching yesterday. I didn't even know. I had no idea. So I'll probably reach out to Eli and talk to him about it. I like Erectus. I'm bullish on it. I talked about it on the live stream yesterday, but I didn't even know. I'm supposed to be helping with marketing. I didn't even know the token was going live. How am I supposed to do my job? You know? But it's all right. I'm also, weirdly enough, not able to talk in the huge Telegram chat. Maybe that changed this morning, but let's go look. Admins have restricted your ability to send messages in this group. So can anyone send messages, or is it just, it looks like other people are allowed to send messages, but I'm not allowed to send messages. So not sure how I'm supposed to contribute to community building when I can't even message in the Telegram group. Oh my goodness. That's all right. I'll reach out to him and figure out what's going on. I loved the way you explained this comparison. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. It's just like quantum computing 1.5. The next, you know how we're looking at Web 2 and Web 3, and it's like, in order for us to fully integrate into Web 3, we kind of need a bridge for people, Web 2.5. We need to get them from normal computers or normal web interactions into Web 3, but we need a bridge. In order to get us from traditional computers to quantum computers, we need a bridge. And the infrastructure is already out there. Every computer in the world, from my understanding, could run Dynex's quantum computing software on it. And then you get that bridge from traditional compute to quantum compute using Dynex as the intermediary to get us there. And so it's clear as day for me, personally. Not financial advice. You guys do your own research. It takes a minute to understand what's going on with this one, but the least effective marketing intern ever, and it's not even their fault. What's this new coming just now? Could you check, Patrick, about SEC chair just announced new crypto task force? Ooh. New SEC chair. Oh my God, Patrick. Hold on, let me get my headphones on. Oh my God, my back. I'm an old man. Sitting is the new smoking, guys. Get yourself a standing desk.
UADA. Mark, it's great to have you this morning. Thanks for being here.
Well, it's great to be here.
What is the SEC doing regarding crypto?
Well, I think our policies and our approach the last several years have been just really a disaster for the whole industry. We have been setting this policy through enforcement. We've done nothing to provide guidance on it. And as a result, this is being shaped by the courts. And different courts have ruled different ways. I think what this Wells notice is, and while I won't comment on the specifics of this litigation, the Wells, what has gone on is part of a broader frustration with the fact that we have not provided interpretive guidance as to what you can and cannot do.
Oh,
and
that's
if you
so old.
are involved in some sort of securities offering, how you register, how you get regulated as a broker dealer, how you get registered as an exchange.
And you should.
Okay, I agree with his sentiment there, though. Rather than just ruling by enforcement and just suing the pants off of everyone, which is a corrupt business in and of itself, but it's how the SEC makes money off of fines, winning lawsuits, and fees to get listed and stuff. Rather than just like say, hey, crypto is a scam and you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff, you're providing unsolicited financial advice or solicited financial advice. You're listing unregistered securities. Why don't you make the pathway accessible to offer financial advice in crypto? Why don't you create the regulations and the framework to make it so that you can be a licensed crypto financial advisor? Why don't you go ahead and instead of just suing people who register or who list unregistered securities in crypto, why don't you set up the framework so that those people can list their currency as a regulated cryptocurrency? You know, why don't, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. So hopefully the SEC announces a new crypto task force 11 minutes ago from Crypto Dill. Hopefully the new SEC chair actually does their job. Crazy idea here, but Mark launched a crypto task force dedicated to developing a comprehensive and clear regulatory framework for crypto assets. Commissioner Hester Pierce will lead the task force. Richard Gabbert, senior advisor to the acting chairman, and Taylor Asher, senior policy advisor to the acting chairman, will serve as the task force's chief of staff and policy advisor, respectively. Beautiful. Task force will collaborate with commission staff and the public to set the SEC on a sensible regulatory path that respects the bounds of the law to date. I love it. I love it.
This will benefit altcoins much more than Bitcoin. Let's start from the top here. The SEC is getting a new chair, Paul Atkins, who is pro-crypto. And he is going to come in right after Trump comes into office on January 20th. With this new head could come a new dawn for crypto, especially for regulations that concern the SEC. The one crypto bill with real impact surrounding altcoins is called the Fit for 21st Century Act, which I have covered many times on the channel. This bill establishes a regulatory framework for digital assets, especially altcoins. Under this bill, the CFTC must regulate a digital asset as a commodity if the blockchain or digital ledger of which it runs on is functional and sufficiently decentralized. It also gives a clear classification of what decentralized means, which is that no person has unilateral authority to control the blockchain or its usage, and no issuer or affiliated person has control of 20% or more of the digital asset or voting power. If any of the digital assets are not sufficiently decentralized, then they fall under the regulation of the SEC. Under the new administration and the new SEC chair, I believe this bill could finally get passed in 2025. We should see the first pro-crypto.
That's amazing. That is amazing, guys. That is exactly what we've been waiting for as an industry since its inception. This is beautiful. I have no other words. No, I mean, I haven't read the bill, so I don't actually know, but this is gorgeous. I would start looking for projects if I was you and myself, not financial advice, but a good area to be looking into right now would be American-founded projects that fit the standard to be regulated by the CFTC. That looks like a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. So let's go. I thought energy drinks were the new smoking, then packing was the new energy drinks. Oh, then baking was the new energy drinks, and now they're attacking sitting. Yes, C90, sitting is the new smoking. The software need internet to work. Yes, test, everything needs internet to work. Everything needs internet. So the markets are looking like we're in a little bit of a slump. Things are up, things are down, things are bumping around. But this week is the first week that we have both a pro-crypto president and regulation coming out that is pro-crypto. Things are moving already. We are 2 days, 1 day into Trump's presidency, and it looks like we're getting a lot of headwinds removed for the entire industry. So hopefully you guys are paying attention closely. Hopefully you guys are positioned in ways that make you comfortable. It looks like we're bouncing on the top of this area of contention. So maybe we still hit the top of the circle. Maybe before the end of the month, we get to fill the circle that I drew 2 months ago. I don't even know how long ago it is, but hit the ad now. Well, I'm about to depart for the live stream though. So I don't think I'm actually going to hit the ad. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this is worth investing it into. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here in the live stream today. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Peace.